So now I can play with the buttons again.
Oh, come on.
Did you hear that? It was the listeners. And that's for Matt. Hang on.
Work for Europe. Back from Solingen. Ready to
Solingen.
go. Hey, babies.
Solingen feels like it was like 2 weeks ago already.
It does.
Been busy. I know you've been busy. Dr. Albert?
Yep.
Been busy?
Not really, no.
Why?
Because I took 2 days off after Solingen.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck is up with... Why are you taking days off after Solingen?
I mean, taking days off means going home from the workshop at 8, not at 10. So
Still.
Yeah. I know.
Laziness.
Lame.
Part-time.
Part-time now, yeah.
Just like you guys both were at the show, leaving me on Sunday, part-time.
That was like if you time, like the actual time you were at the booth, we were there longer than you are.
Are you crazy? I was there a day before you setting up. Why do you think that shit just magically appeared there?
Yeah, no, but that doesn't count. When it counted, you were not there.
It didn't count.
The selling time counts.
Exactly. It was just constantly like, oh, who's selling these blocks? Can you help me with these blocks?
Who's stealing all my shit? No. It was like it was crazy this year. There was people like coming over and like other companies coming trying to get me to sell their stuff, and with the charity thing, it was nuts.
Yeah. And luckily we had that. I think the hero of the show was Albert. It was your friend
Stefan.
Yeah.
He
sold shit for everyone.
Yeah, very good salesman. He's awesome.
Did he sell stuff for you too, Matt?
He did. Yeah. A lot. It was better than my dad. He keeps giving everything away for 10 euros.
Yeah, we kind of skipped ahead a little bit. Other than the knife show, what was going on this week for you two guys? We'll talk about the knife show when our guest arrives, I think, right?
This week, I've been in the shop for 5 minutes this week. So, like DIY Europe-wise, I have nothing.
What'd you do all week? Did you take days off too?
No, it was balcony week, full on.
The Lego balconies.
In Lego balconies, baby. Yep. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when you're self-employed and have a business or whatever, and you take 3 days off, it takes like 3 weeks to get back into schedule.
Yeah, it just piles up. There's no one to do it for you, so yeah. But it was worth it because I loved Solingen.
Yeah, it was awesome. But Albert somehow managed to take 2 days off this week. He was tired from the show.
I took Monday off because I had to edit our podcast, last week's episode.
You can do that in the middle of the night.
No, I can't. I did this Monday, and I went to the shop at 2 on Monday. Cleaned up the shop because we left a mess when we left for Solingen, so I had to clean up the shop. Had to clean up the grinding room, and then on Tuesday I did hand sanding on the steak knife handles again, and then we started preparing our Damascus forging class, which starts tomorrow again. So didn't really take 2 days off, but yeah, it was a bit quieter than usual. So.
What about you, Keith?
Yeah. So I got back to works, but like getting really busy from my main job right now.
Air conditioning.
And I still got all the stuff from Soling, and I just threw into the right next to my shop into the pool house. So I got to clean that all up and start tomorrow. And we have Monday off, so that's good. I got 4-day weekend then. I don't work Fridays. So
good.
Other than that, I don't know. What else did I do? Catch up on orders. Got a bunch of orders, a lot of new orders showing up names that I remember from Solingen. And yeah, I put together this gigantic forge that I have sitting behind me.
Nice. Don't tell anyone what you paid for it, but yeah. I'm happy it's with you, actually.
I got it off Amazon. It's like the Red Devil or something like that.
A Red Devil Plus. Yeah.
No, I got the Brian House Apollo Forge sitting behind me.
Who built that?
Brian House Special Edition.
But European style.
No, but honestly, I think Matt's dad built it.
Yeah, twice.
It's on it's on wheels with little holders for your hammers and tongs and stuff. It's cool. I think it's a little bit tall. I think I'm gonna cut like 20 centimeters off of it.
I think you're a bit short.
Yeah,
I think that's it.
It's like blowing right up my nose right now.
Yeah, some people want it that way. Yeah, no, I think you're. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you're not the tallest person, so yeah.
I mean, we have another actual expert forger here on the show. What does Albert think? What do you about the height?
Yeah, I think it's too high too. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, bunch of pussies.
But we're not Dutch people. Dutch people are generally much taller than we are. So.
And handsome, more handsome.
Yeah,
but and we're not pussies.
That stand is not an actual part of the kit or anything like that, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not that. That I just made that up. No, I made the height up.
Yeah,
I figured if I were to forge, that would be a good height for me.
Yeah, but how tall are you?
186
kilos. Hey guys,
shots fired. Stop fat shaming me, you fucker.
No, but still, for you, it might be a bit too tall.
Well, I've used it a couple of times and I liked it.
You have to remember he's standing on those giant wooden banana shoes that he promised to bring to Solingen.
I forgot.
Fucking donkeys. Absolute donkeys.
All right, so enough bullshit. We didn't do anything this week, but just try to recover from the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got a guest sitting here waiting, and his time is valuable. Who's going to introduce our guest this week?
Andy. Albert.
Okay. We have a knife maker from Germany here, Kurt Glatt from Glatt Knives. He does forged blades, and his shop is in the Black Forest in Germany, as far as I know. And Schwarzwald, and we've met him in Solingen.
Yeah, hi guys.
Hey man.
Thanks a lot for inviting me.
Hey, thanks for joining us. So I've seen you on Instagram around, but I think that was the first time we met in person, unless I forgot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was my first plate show. So, yeah. Many new faces.
But you had your own table, or were you as a visitor?
Yeah. I had my own table, right. But it was also my first visit to a plate show, so it was okay. It was okay. Sales was not that good as expected, but yeah, a lot of interest. Many cool people. Was good.
Yeah, I think for a first time show, that's you're getting like thrown into the deep end. That's a big, busy show.
Yeah,
I think you
exactly.
need to. There's so many people selling knives. You need to have customers or people that know who you are come on.
Yeah,
that helps. But yeah, it's nice to put the faces to the people and the names that you see on Instagram. And
yeah, it is.
So a lot of times people come up, they might know who you are and start talking to you. And
yeah. There actually been a few people coming to my table and saying like, I follow you for half year or a year. I always wanted to see your knives. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you also made it to our stand, me and Albert and Matt. Got to see all the stuff we had set up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, also bought some stabilized blocks. Not sure. Guess from you, Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the rest of everyone that attended the show.
Nah.
Yeah, I had somebody come to my table and try and convince me that all the wood I was selling on my table came from him, and he was going to sell it to me cheaper if I wanted to make a deal.
Really?
Yeah, and then he gave me the number, and it was way more than I pay for it already. I mean, close to what I was selling it for.
Okay.
Yeah, then it doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, not at all. But I mean, I saw a lot of Carillion birch. Everybody knows Carillion birch comes from Russia, and there's got to be, I don't know, there's probably 1,000 wood dealers in Russia that are selling stuff to knife makers because they're everywhere. This guy says he's the only one that sells it. That's his wood. He knew it was his.
Yeah, but it also comes from Ukraine, right? And from the Baltic states.
Right. Yeah. But most of it.
So, Kurt, you said it was your first knife show. For how long have you been making knives? No.
I started like 1.5 years ago. Finished my first knife last March. But digged deep into steel and knife material, knife making. And I also have some good friends teaching me a lot of stuff, like Mershad from Shear Knives.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
He has been on this show, Matt.
I know.
Yeah, right next to me, selling a bunch of knives.
Yeah.
And are you guys close by where you can visit his shop and stuff? Or?
Yeah, we've met in the shop of Jonas Nöding. You know him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we've met there once. And calling a lot.
But you have your own shop, I guess, right?
I have my own small shop, yeah.
And you forge a lot of stuff, right? Steel, from what I can see on your Instagram.
I'm doing what?
Forging.
I'm forging, yeah. I'm forging. I'm doing a lot of multi-layer knives. So most of it Apex Ultra Core and nickel, and then some cladding. Damascus or
beautiful work,
S700. Also some copper Damascus. And just finished my first stainless steel Damascus knife.
Out of what?
It's AEBL core, and then 12C. I'm not sure. I'm not so familiar with all these steel numbers and stuff. What is it? 12C27N or something?
12C27, the Sandvik steel, yeah.
Yeah.
The predecessor 14C20 at N.
Yeah, exactly.
He was really struggling, and you didn't help him at all.
No, because he managed.
Very good.
No, but that's smart, because that's two martensitic steels. They behave very similar when hardening, because if you use austenitic
I also
steel,
added some austenitic steel, like a V4A steel. But I had a lot of calls with Tobias Hangler, and he said I should try to go with the martensitic steels.
Yeah. It's much less risky, because if you use an austenitic steel as cladding material, the core might rip apart, because the cladding behaves differently than the core.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Albert, for our other listeners, explain to us what martensitic steel is. And
martensitic steel is steel that can be hardened, and austenitic steel is steel that cannot be hardened. So if you have austenitic cladding material and martensitic core, the core has always has to always to be martensitic, of course, because you want to have a hard.
Okay, let's one up that. Why does martensitic steel don't harden?
No, martensitic steel does harden. Austenitic
Why does
steel
it?
doesn't.
Like, why does it harden and the austenitic steel doesn't?
That's a good question. I guess it depends on the structure of the steel.
Yeah, I think I've had that on welding class. It's the same. It's because of the, how do they call it? We call it a roster over here. It's like they won't open or something. Damn it, we had those professionals here.
We should have asked them.
Yeah, I should have. I wasn't invited to that episode. How was I?
But here's the thing: if you have a martensitic core and an austenitic cladding material on the outside, if you harden it, the contraction and expansion might be so different that it cracks the core.
It'll fuck it up. Yeah. It'll pull like apart from each other. I have a question for Kurt.
Yeah. Go for it.
That sharpening jig you use.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's from Cut. It's called a Novi. I guess the original construction was built by a guy from Ukraine, but I don't remember his name. And it just helps to keep the angle always the same. It is. And with this thing, it's like, which blindfolded. But I've seen like yesterday on the YouTube video from Martin Huber that he's using the same model.
Ambros was using it on the video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Christian.
It's very annoying because I have a thing for sharpening systems as well. So looking at you sharpening that knife on that sharpening system makes me want to buy everything in that video.
Yeah, but it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, I bet those knives are too. So
not yet. I'm still much too cheap.
What kind of sharpening jig is this? Because I can't find it. What does it look like? Or how do you use it?
It's called Cut Novi Pro.
You like clamp the blade into it and...
No, yeah, you do. But it has like an arm on top.
You can exactly, and you can still use all your normal stones, like the normal synthetic or natural stones.
Yeah.
And you have this arm, and the arm keeps always the same angle. So from the tip, everywhere, same angle.
Well,
very nice.
Makes things a lot easier.
It does.
Matt, mute your your headphones right now. I use the TR Maker sharpening system.
Okay. You are now removed from this podcast. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Beep. Keith had left the building. Why would you do that?
Yeah, because I like it. I mean, I have a Tormac. I've had a couple of different ones, but
you don't like the Tormac?
I like the Tormac if you're doing like outdoor knives or something where you have a thick edge after you're done finishing a knife. But if you're doing
what
kitchen
kind of
knives
stones do you have on it?
Just the stupid shitty one that came with it.
It's not a shitty one. It's actually pretty cool. But yeah, I get what
it should be diamond.
But you need two Tormacs, but not the amount of knives. So you should just swap out your wheel. But yeah,
that's why I don't use it.
Use the diamond one. I fucking love the Tormac.
How much do the stones cost? Like $400 or something?
200 and then some.
See?
But they last like 900 years, so.
But for Keith, it's not really worth it because he sharpens like 1 or 2 knives a year, so.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What do you use for sharpening?
I freehand sharpen all my knives.
On the windshield of his car.
Yeah.
On your grinder.
My grinder, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I like it when people do it on a grinder.
If I have too much time, then I'll use Japanese water.
What kind of belts do you use for sharpening?
Trisect.
Did you try my Trisects?
Not yet, no.
Oh, I'm so curious.
Me too.
The guy is texting me every day. How did he like it? How did he like it? How did he like it?
Okay, I promise I'll sharpen a couple of knives on Sunday. All right?
Okay.
And then I'll
Let
you
me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else happened at the knife show in Solingen?
What happened at the knife show in Solingen?
Yeah, if you want to know, you guys got to come next year.
Who's going to come next year?
Everyone.
Really?
That was so bad. Oh, man.
Everyone arrived on time, right? So Keith was there a few hours before us.
A day before you? Yeah.
No, a day?
No, a few hours. I got there at like 1
When did the setting up start? 3 or something?
at 3, yeah. 3 to 6.
Okay, so you were there early. Too
Yeah.
early, actually. And then we arrived at around 4, I think.
And Matt came a day after, right?
Yeah, and I was still like, I was ready before Albert and Andy.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I told him 7 o'clock, knowing that he's going to be late, because it started between 8 and 10, I think you could set up on Saturday, and he actually showed up at 7.
My dad was so pissed off. No, he wasn't. But yeah, I was on time.
Yeah, but you had a lot of stuff to set up, right? The forge,
Yeah.
the grinder.
It's just heavy stuff. Ugh. And that I mean, I love the setup and everything, but we really need to go for the other side of that room next year.
Yeah, the problem was the size of my booth. They put all those booths up on the stage, and it was horrible.
You're gonna make sure we're gonna have the other spot next year, right?
Yeah, just like always, I'll take care of it, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. I tell them if not, we're just not gonna come.
Can we have a booth the same size downstairs on the main floor?
Yeah, you can.
Why would you want to be on the main floor?
Exactly. Why do you want to be on the first floor?
No one was there. People just go there to get coffee.
Now, main floor, I mean the main hall, like the big hall we were in.
Yeah.
That's
what we meant to,
Yeah. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
So is there a place for a booth on the main floor?
Yeah, I think so.
No. That's why we got
What?
moved. I would have to get two like 10 square meters.
But
They allow me to do
on
it.
the other side, we could do like they did. Like, I don't know who was there. Some sharp, like also with some like shitty version of the Tormek or something. What was that?
Yeah, you just have to kick out this Schleif Junkie guys.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Schleif Junkie?
Yeah, that was it.
That
Right when you
Schleif
first
Junkie.
walked in. In the year before that, in that same spot was a good one. That was Rockblade Kilns or Rockblade, and he sells the kilns and presses and everything.
Oh, presses. That's something. Someone in Europe should make good presses.
No, but he came last year. He started his business is probably maybe only 2 or 3 years old, maybe 3. And he came to Soling and all the stuff that he had on his website for the first time, everybody copied and made their own version of it, and he was pissed, and that's why he didn't come this year. I think
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, like a booth like that would be great, like in length, like next to each other or something.
Yeah. Last year was a perfect spot, but a little bit too small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then let's just book like 2 tables, right?
Yeah,
Or 2
yeah.
booths.
Yeah.
And then you just got to make sure, Albert, that we arrive before Keith, so he doesn't put all his shit in the premium spots.
I think what you have to do is book one booth in my name and one in Albert's name or in Matt's name, because they're probably not going to let you do 210. We just don't have to deal with the crap. Just book 2 separate ones and tell them we have to be next to each other.
And then you can just rearrange everything like the fuck you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Then you
maybe
own
that's good.
half the stage.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
The knife makers, that drives me nuts. I probably spent like 7 hours setting that shit up, and our guest probably came like 15 minutes beforehand, put the tablecloth out, a couple of knives, and you're done, right? How long does it take you to set up? Quit.
Like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just roll out
Maybe.
your knives.
Yeah. Got my 2 cases and then just put it on the table. So, yeah, 10 minutes maybe.
So did you put out all the knives that you had finished, or did you have some backups to fill the table?
I had 2 backups, 2 backup knives, but yeah, didn't need it, sadly.
How many did you bring?
I guess like 10 kitchen knives, 10 bigger kitchen knives, and 3 EDCs, a Tanto, which I sold like in the first hour.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And also some kiritashis.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but for kitchen knives, it was difficult. Was difficult to sell, but not only for me, for all the other makers too. Everyone I talked to.
You should bring more EDCs because the EDCs sell pretty well from what I've seen.
Yeah, mine didn't. So
It's a cult thingy, I think, that EDC world is huge. The
Yeah,
market for that
yeah, it
is
is.
insane.
But I guess most of these EDC guys, like the one with the army backpacks and stuff, they want to buy like branded knives,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they stand before the door and say, "Hey, I got the SG1. What got you? I got the SG2. Haha." So
It was pretty funny because of the rules, you know. You can't just walk around with every knife that you own in Germany. And like in the line, people were just like getting all the shit like on their belts and on their all thingies and all their knives and everything to get them out of their bag and just hang them on their belts and everything.
Yeah.
So they could walk around like a proper
Yeah.
knife guy inside. Pretty
Yeah, I was
funny.
running around with kitchen knives for the charity project, like with
Yeah.
the people that sent to me with no sheath. I'm like, kept going back and forth, running them down the hallways with like 2 knives at a time.
And I had to almost call an ambulance.
Yeah, because
You were terribly injured because someone doesn't know how to put a knife in a case.
yeah, it must be that the name of that grinding system we were just talking about, the Tormec, that made it so sharp.
Must be.
Albert, you almost cut my finger off.
But we didn't use the Tormec.
Pretty funny.
No, he had
Puts
a
their
case.
fucking knives in like this.
Albert had a case of knives, and it was time to bring all the charity knives to the table. And he had other knives that he was put out for display, so you could see the Damascus pattern. And just reaching into the case, like cut my knuckle.
Were those knives for sale,
Just a
Albert?
little bit.
Yeah, there would have been, but we didn't put up any prices. So
No, I think people didn't know they were for sale, or maybe I don't know.
I mean, they were mostly to show how the Damascus looks
Yeah,
like on a
yeah,
finished
yeah.
knife. But
And there were some
we would have sold them
pretty.
if someone had asked, but no one asked. So
Yeah, you were prepared to sell everything, especially belts.
yeah, Keith told me that we have to be able to willing to sell everything.
Yeah,
We almost sold you, but that didn't
yeah, and no one wanted it.
So talking about the charity, Keith, you said
Yeah.
you were-
Oh, here we go.
how did that go?
I mean, I think it went well. It was a lot of work. It was the first time we did the charity auction thing like that, and I think for the first time, 18,000. What do we have? 18,240, something like that. It was a pretty good number.
Yeah, that's an insane amount
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah, I guess the charity didn't really have any ties into the knife making community besides Meerschot, but from Sheer Knives. But I think they weren't expecting it at all. I think the first day, right before the weekend started, we had like almost 7,000 euros or something together. And then on Monday we got a text message like, "What the hell happened over the weekend? We're at like 17,000 euros." So that was at the end of the show, and then we had 1 day to go. So with that extra day, we almost hit my goal. I was shooting for 20,000. I know it was a stretch, but we had so many knife makers that everybody knows, at least in our little bubble, and then knives are priced accordingly. And I figured for the 20 grand was a good deal, but 18.2 is not bad. We'll take it.
It's close to 20.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And I've seen there was at least one VIP winner.
And who's that?
Some guy from Austria,
American guy? Or?
American guy from Austria selling cheap wood and stuff.
No, there was actually two. Yeah, there's actually 2 knife makers that won. I meant people that made knives for the charity that actually won. I think there was 2.
there was 2, yeah. You and
Yeah, yeah.
Chris, right? Christoph Wild.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Chris too.
crazy.
The
Yeah, but
Schultz guy also makes knives, but he didn't make one for the charity.
No, he didn't
Yeah.
make one for the charity. That's right.
No, Matt, I bought 100 tickets to answer your question. I bought 50 first, and then I bought online when it first started, and then I bought 50 at the show.
You bought 100
Holy
tickets.
cow. Holy
worth
cow.
€1,000.
I'm sorry, not 50. 50 euros worth, so 10 tickets. 50 and
Gee,
50.
I was just like, holy fuck, no wonder you won.
No.
Man, fucking Mr. Moneybags.
10 tickets and you won a knife.
Yeah. And Albert, how would you buy?
More.
I bought for 100 euros as well. Should have done 200 for fuck's sake.
Next year.
But the funniest thing about this story is that Keith won my knife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have it already. I was the first one to get the charity knife in my hands. I already had it at home with me.
Nice.
Isn't there normally like a rule that
There should be.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I know. Here it comes. Yeah, we started out people asking some of the makers, and then everybody was getting excited and kept seeing it. They're like, "Oh, I'm gonna have my girlfriend put it in her name if you don't let me do it." And then,
but
I think every person who had a knife bought tickets. Exactly. Yeah.
I've already heard some rumors that you're gonna auction your knife
Ooh.
to hit the 20K,
Why
right?
you gonna put in a bid?
Okay, I'll bid 200 on it right now.
By the time this episode comes out, the knife might be sold already. So
Mm.
you gotta make some good numbers.
But how is this working? So is what's it called? Kinderlachen putting up another auction for that knife, or how does it work?
No, I think I'm going to just put up the auction on our page, and I'll share it on the podcast. And whoever has the highest bid needs to make a charity donation to the website. Send me a screenshot that they made the payment, and then I'll send them the knife. I think that's the easiest way.
Oh, you're really gonna auction your knife?
Yeah, sure.
I was just joking.
No. I want to. I want to hit
Okay.
20 grand. So we gotta make this happen.
Okay, that's nice.
That's a good guy.
So someone has
Yeah,
to bid 1,200 euros for the knife.
Yeah.
Which knife was it? Which knife did you win? From Albert.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's
Salzburg
never gonna work. Sorry, I'm just jealous.
I'm gonna buy it.
really
I'm gonna
jealous.
buy it back.
Yeah.
No.
No, you can just make a new one.
Yeah.
Then you can auction off two knives.
Yeah, so that's the first time all three of us were together in a room. Albert had never met you before, Matt. What'd you think about the crazy doctor?
He's exactly as you think he would be.
What does that mean?
It's a good thing. You're a good guy. It was fun, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
It wasn't weird at all. It was
No,
just
very, very funny.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had a great time. I think all of us did.
Yeah.
It was
And now I know who's the mastermind behind buying all the machines in your shop, and who's the one that's actually making sure that you're not spending all your money on machines.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
know that.
I think you're the wife and Andy is the sensible guy.
Yeah, I disagree. But
What?
maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I disagree in the way that I think you should have bought the Forge, but who am I?
Too late. Who bought it?
Too late. Who bought the Forge?
Yeah.
You did.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I left it. I think I forgot it there.
No. You gave
Hey,
me
you
a
know-
piece of paper that's basically useless.
Yeah, it was an IOU. You should hang on to that one.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else you can do with it than hanging on to it. No one accepts that shit.
Yeah, I got the Apollo Forge behind me. No room for it in my shop yet, but I will be expanding my shop this summer. We're going to have
Keith is going to get into forging.
some stuff dug out, put a new foundation, double the size of my shop, and then I'll see you guys trying to catch up to me.
What do you need it for, Keith? The forge. I was wondering.
Because, well, what would you do with a forge? I'm not going to heat up my labor costs.
I know what I do with the forge, but I don't know what you do with the forge.
I mean, to heat up steel and beat
Bang
it
it with a hammer.
to shape.
Now that you got a new anvil And tons of hammers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have everything I need except for the blower motor on the side because Matt stole it from me after I paid. He's like, "Well, that's not included. That's not included either."
He took it with him.
No, you
really?
can't have that. Yeah.
You can have the blower. It was just about the pizzas. And actually, I can just send you that back because the guy that said he was going to buy a forge for me.
Yeah.
Do you remember him?
The guy that didn't. Yeah, I remember him.
He called me up 2 days later that his wife wouldn't let him buy it. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So, Kurt, what kind of forge are you using in your shop?
Like a DIY version of the Apollo Forge from Housemate.
That sounds so wrong.
Yeah.
Because my company name is DIY Europe, so damn it.
Yeah, it was way before you started to sell the Euro metric version of the Apollo Forge.
Yeah. Let me see if I can see your forge somewhere.
Not sure.
Yeah, I have it. Is it the round one?
No. I used the round one before.
That's 35 weeks ago.
Yeah. That's long ago. Now, I've built like the Apollo Forge, but myself, and added also a PID controller.
Oh, very nice. Yes. We talked about this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to control the heat a little better.
Yeah. There's a bunch of guys that did that.
But how does this
really
work?
works.
A proper PID controller, like a controller that opens up the gas valve and closes it, or how does it work?
Yeah.
Exactly, because I'm gonna paint mine all up and stuff, and I want to put a PID controller and get it like going. So, explain to us how it works.
I'm using like a bypass. There's a video from Tyrell Knife Works where he builds a PID controller for his forge. So it's pretty much the same concept. I'm just using a bypass. So if the temperature falls below the estimate, the bypass is gonna open and just push more gas into the forge.
Okay, but the forge, it can't shut down all the way, or else you'd have to relight it all the time. So is that with the bypass also? Like when the temperature is high enough,
it's like always
only goes through the bypass
on a very small flame, and once the temperature drops, the bypass opens and it fires up. So you could also do it without the bypass, I guess, but then you have much more of a temperature drop.
Yeah.
So every time the burner turns out completely and has to fire up, you have a huge temperature drop point.
So, for example, like when you get to temperature, does the forge the flame doesn't slowly reduce and get smaller and smaller? It shuts off to like a pilot light that's always lit.
Yeah.
And then when you need more temperature, it turns back full gas again.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But the small flame is still like big enough to hold the temperature about 1,000 degrees. Got 2 valves to regulate. But normally I'm running it like about 1,000 to 1,100 degrees.
So if anybody's ever wired up an electric heat treating oven, it's going to work exactly the same.
Exactly.
Except for using the SSR relay from the heat treat oven, you're going to regulate the gas valve.
Right.
There's a guy in Holland that did the exact same thing with the Apollo Forge. He's called the Grateful Knives.
Yeah.
And he's loving it. And I think he did a very good job on that.
What was the name again?
Grateful Knives.
Yeah, but his first name, I think we had him on the show before.
No, we don't.
The last episode.
No, that is Veteran Knives.
Ah, okay.
My friend, yeah.
And do you save gas when you're using the PID controller, Kurt?
Don't think so.
Okay.
No, don't really think so.
So it's only for consistency of temperature.
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially for the copper mile stuff,
Yeah.
where it's very important to keep temperature, but also for Apex Ultra, where you don't want to get above 1,100 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always helpful if the forge just shuts down.
So you think it's worth it, the PID?
Oh yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. It's not always on point, like because I'm using this I don't know, K-type thermocouple or something,
Yeah.
which reacts pretty slowly.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like 100 degrees or like 5% offset, which you have to know. But then it does work pretty good.
But you have one thermocouple inside.
Yeah, only one.
The location might also be relevant, right, to where you measure
Yeah.
the temperature.
In my case, it's on the like below the ribbon burner.
Okay.
Because of the ribbon burner, you got all this like circulating flames.
Yeah.
And if you put your material just below the ribbon burner, you always get a very consistent heat, and that's where the K-type thermocouple sits.
Okay.
So I don't know how what the temperature range is on thermocouples, but I used to use the K-type in my electric kiln, so it's definitely a different temperature range. But
Yeah, I'm not
type
sure
S
if it
now.
really is a K-type or J-type or whatever, but it's also in like a ceramic shield.
Yeah, but is it completely enclosed or it's little sections of ceramic?
No, it's completely enclosed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm using. I think it's a type S.
Okay. Don't know.
So they do have a ceramic type K, but it looks like I don't know, like 2 centimeter long little tubes, and that is slid over until whatever the length of the thermocouple is. But I think the type S is way more sensitive. It breaks a lot easier, but it's way more accurate.
Okay.
And most controllers, you can just change the setting.
Yeah.
From type K to type S, and then there's one more. I can't think of.
It's just like the old PID controller I used on my heat treat oven.
Nice. I want to try it. I want to build one now. Sounds easy.
It is, and it works pretty good. So definitely worth the time and money.
So Matt, if you want to add that as an option on your board, just let me know. I'll sell you a whole bunch.
Or you can just do that.
I think it would be really good for the Helios for Albert when he gets the double burner.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that one.
Stop mentioning it every fucking episode. It's coming. Holy cow.
I will keep mentioning it.
I will, if you do that, then I will keep the actual forge when it's done. So, what are you going to say now?
But with the Helios has 2 ribbon burners.
Yes.
Does that mean you would have to use like 2 PID controllers, or I think it's enough if you use one additional flame?
Not sure. Where are the 2 PID? The 2 ribbon burners?
Next to
each other or behind each other? Oh, okay. So it's just like a longer.
Yeah.
Longer
it's longer
forge.
and wider. So I think you need the thermocouple in between.
Yeah.
And then right below them.
Yeah, I guess it depends. So more thermocouples is always better.
That's true.
I mean, it's the same problem on all the heat treating kilns, where you have only one thermocouple in the back or somewhere. It's never gonna show you the exact temperature of the spot where your knife is. So adding more thermocouples might never be wrong.
Okay, I thought you meant like for each burner, but you meant the thermocouple, right?
No, I actually meant for each burner, but yeah. But
Yeah.
more thermocouples
Ah.
make sense, yeah. That's, of course.
Are you
Yeah,
running both burners always at the same time?
Yeah.
Or?
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be a massive heatsink if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they make a PID controller that will control 2 output relays, so you can run 1 burner on each relay. But I think the easiest way would just to get the next size up relay and run both burners
Yeah.
on 1 relay,
Yeah, definitely.
so you can get like a 40 amp SSR relay, control them at the same time.
Stop talking so dirty.
You like that, huh? I knew you would.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So hey, yeah. Did you guys win? Did you guys win a knife this week?
No.
No, none of you.
What do you mean? You already knew that.
I won one.
I know. We talked about this.
No, the knife award was good. I don't know. What do you guys think about the video? Did you like it?
The knife award. What are we talking about now? The Solingen knife 24 knife award.
Yeah.
The one.
I didn't see the video.
Who won it? I didn't either.
Well, I don't know if anybody of us actually knows who won or anything, because we were at the booth the whole entire time.
For
I
the
know of
knife
one.
award. There have been like 2 knife awards this year.
Yeah.
There was one like the Jury Award on Saturday. That one, I guess this was Peter Hoffmann.
Yeah.
Or Petre Hoffmann. Don't know. Cute little foldable mini knife. And then there was always also the public award, which Niklas or Nikolai, I'm not sure, 3 Falcon knives won.
Right. Yeah.
Which was an insane knife.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
I think he should have won both days. I think.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, the folding knives are tricky. Sometimes it doesn't look like a lot, but there is a lot of work in the background. But still, I think that it's hard to compare those.
It looks like
knives.
a lot of work as well.
I really like this small knife. Design
folding
wise, function wise was nice little piece.
Very elegant, right?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes making it look simple is the biggest puzzle or the biggest hurdle you have to get.
Yeah, it is.
Get through. So, I mean, we saw that with Derek Wolf's kitchen knife. He had a nice satin finish, integral bolster. Looked, I mean, for people who don't know about knives, it would look pretty plain. But the guys who are making knives know how much work it is to pull that off. And it was the same thing with the folding knife.
Did you guys even notice like what the theme of the knife award was?
No.
I knew it last year, but I can't remember what it was anymore. And they just announced this year's, and I already forgot because I'm not making a knife anyway for them. So, I mean,
what was it?
It was like the knife 2.0. So new version of a historical or traditional knife using modern material and processes and functions.
Okay.
That was the one thing I was really missing. That there was no description at all. So the public award, it was like everyone was just voting like
from looks.
Yeah, from looks, without any context.
Did you have a knife?
Yeah, I had one too.
You had one too. What did you make?
The sushihiki. You've seen the one, the sushihiki with the aluminium titanium handle.
I don't think I made it to the display until after the awards.
I saw it on your Instagram just now.
Yeah, exactly. Apex Ultra Core and stainless cladding.
I love it.
And the handle made out of aluminum and titanium.
Yeah, exactly. Takedown handle construction.
How does it work? Is there
The takedown handle?
a screwed on end cap, or how does it work?
It's like I'm using a dowel, aluminum dowel inside with 2 pins to hold the tang, and then screw it from the back.
Okay, yeah. There is no picture from the back of the handle, right, on your Instagram, so...
I'm not sure. I guess there's also a post with the whole knife in parts.
Ah, that's the one, the explosion Zeichnung.
Yeah,
explosion
the explosion one. Exactly. Yeah.
Ah, that's the same knife. Nice.
Yeah.
The Saya is also made out of aluminum.
Yeah, exactly. With titanium pins.
Very nice. Who does your pictures? Do you do them yourself?
Yeah.
Or do you have
I
someone?
always do them myself.
Because the explosion drawing looks very professional, like a serious company. Like, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Very nice.
I actually learned this photography shit like 15 years ago.
Okay. So you're basically a professional photographer, or you used to be one. So, okay.
Yeah, not really.
That's
No.
cheating then.
Yeah, I learned it like, when was it? Like 20 years ago almost. Yeah, but never worked as a photographer, anything like that.
How do you guys take your pictures, Albert?
What do you mean? With the camera?
Yeah, I mean...
You're using like a real camera? Or
Yeah, we have a real
GoPro?
camera, but our photos are not that fancy when we take them ourselves. When we have friends who are pretty good with photography, when they take pictures, they do, way better. But when we take a look at our Instagram, we only do shitty pictures, or mostly shitty pictures. So we need someone who does that for us at some point.
I've bought like a freaking expensive semi-professional camera like 2 years ago. But the pictures from my phone, from my mobile, are always much better.
Isn't that annoying?
So, it is.
That's crazy.
It is really.
Yeah, my wife's camera takes awesome pictures. It doesn't matter if it's like pitch black out at night or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because of the software on your phone, right? If you take a picture with your mobile phone, there's so much software in the background that enhancing the picture.
Also, if you just take like raw pictures on my phone, I can also take raw pictures. It's still much better than with my real camera.
Okay.
So,
what phone do you have? Maybe I just need a new phone.
it's some Samsung.
Okay.
Oh, Albert, a Samsung. Oh,
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I'll die before using one of those.
I don't know. I would just check out his Instagram page and yours, and
I don't have a
speaks for
phone
itself.
for pictures.
You guys also missed the gala dinner, right?
Yes, on purpose.
Yeah, that's because of Keith.
Yeah. Now, how was it? Tell us something about it, because we never went there.
It actually was pretty cool. I mean, there's like steaks and currywurst and a salad buffet, but
What
it
kind
was
of
actually
thing?
salad. I don't know how you
gross.
call it in English. Salad buffet.
Fucking bunny.
Yeah, salad buffet.
Yeah, Matt doesn't do salad, so
Andy and Albert both love their salads.
yeah. So what?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Matt likes sausage. Sometimes he has 2 sausages at once, but he doesn't eat salad.
I'd rather have a sausage in my mouth than a...
Yeah, but it was actually pretty cool. And free beer.
Beer. I thought alcohol
Free
wasn't allowed
beer,
there.
yeah.
Okay. But was there enough food for everyone? And how long did you have to wait?
Actually, I'm pretty much vegetarian. Not all the way, but pretty much. So I had only some salad, and this was quick. I guess for your steak you had to wait like half an hour or something. Again, the main point: free beer.
Free beer.
I mean, we also had free beer because Keith paid for it.
Oh yeah.
But was it nice? Did you get the chance to talk
It
to other
was actually
makers?
really cool. Yeah, because on the show itself, you don't really have the time to talk to all the makers, especially the one from the floor down, from the Deutsche Messermachergilde. So it was pretty cool to have a chat with all these guys, and yeah.
So, are you gonna go back next year too, or
Definitely.
And how about other shows in the area, Germany, Austria?
Yeah, there's one in Schafheim in December.
Okay.
I guess I'm going there. And there's also another show like Bow Hunter Knife Show something in about 4 weeks, but that's I'm still not sure about that. Would have to forge a few more knives, especially EDCs in the next 4 weeks or 3 weeks. So
Is knife making a full-time job, or is this a side gig?
Nah. This is only like a side gig.
What do you do for a living then?
I'm a programmer and designer.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So digital work.
Yeah, more or less. I also do some interior design stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my little wood workshop too.
Yeah, I saw that you have tons of awesome cutting boards on your Instagram.
Yeah. Also doing some cutting boards. Yeah,
and you make your own wax.
Boards. Oh yeah, that too. My own wax, my own oil, my own knife finish, cutting boards,
handy
knives.
guy, man.
Hey, tell us about your wax.
My wax? Yeah, it's just like, if you're doing cutting boards, or if you just like your own cutting boards at home, there is no like cutting board wax or cutting board oil where you really know what the ingredients are. So there's always like some stuff in there,
some nasty
which you don't know.
Yeah,
some nasty stuff. Mostly it's nasty stuff. Yeah, it is like it is. So I just decided to boil my own wood butter from beeswax and medicine grade mineral oil and some Kanauba wax.
And this is mainly for cutting boards, or can you use it for other things?
To be honest, I use this stuff for almost everything. So my little daughter always uses on her lips because she doesn't like the like this lipstick stuff.
Yeah.
So she uses wood butter. I use it for knife handles, for the cutting boards, even for knives sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Almost everything. You could also just put it on your bread and eat it. So there's really nothing nasty in it.
Well, Matt puts a different kind of wax on his bread for breakfast. Matt, what do you use?
It's not just on my bread, baby. I put it on everything. It's called pelican paste.
Pelican paste. We gave away how many
so
tins
many tins, and we actually
100?
Did you fuck it up a little? Are there not a bunch of German guys now with pelican paste?
Well, I never told them what it was. I just gave
on
it
their
as a
hands.
gift.
Did you not give it away as shop ends?
No, I just gave it away. That's all.
But it says so on the tin what it is, right?
Yeah, but I didn't know. You have to turn it over.
Yeah.
So anybody who got a free tin, check it out before you put shop hands all over your knife, because Matt's getting a little worried.
No, I don't care. You can smear everything on everything. It's that great. and it smells great as well.
I've been using the shop hands, by the way. I've been trying it out like last week. It's awesome
And
stuff. I love it.
hands are soft like a baby now.
Yeah, it almost feels unnatural.
Yeah. It could be the 2 days off as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that was probably it. And you can get where can you get that pelican paste, Matt? I mean, at least for the time being, it'll be available.
For the time being, you can get it at DIYEurope.eu, or you can check everything out on the actual Pelican Paste website. But don't use use all the other European links. Just go to my website.
Want to tell us some more about the ingredients?
No,
You could also cut this out.
no, don't want to.
I mean, we had, what's his name? Travis, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Travis Haynes on the show. And of
Bird
course,
Forge.
Bird Forge, yeah. Of course, he did not specify the exact recipe, but he had made the same point you made.
Okay.
That when you buy stuff, you usually don't know what's in there. And that's why he started making his own paste. What's definitely in there is carnauba wax, I guess beeswax.
I mean, wax is wax. I think there's a lot of differences.
Yeah, but there's
obviously. It's not
paraffin
like
wax, and that's not the. That's made out of oil, right? So
yeah.
But there's beeswax, carnauba wax, and linseed oil, I guess. But we don't know the recipe because that's a trade secret. But everyone knows how these wood pastes and wood waxes are made. I mean, there's tons of YouTube videos you can watch. That's not a secret. But of course, if you buy stuff, you have to trust the person who makes it, that there's nothing nasty in there. So, and with the shop hands, he specifies the ingredients. So with the shop hands on the back, it says what's in there exactly. Of course, not the amount,
you have to
or
also.
the ratios, but what's in there. It's only healthy stuff. So
I'm trying to read it. I'm fucking blind. I'm too old. I can see cocoa butter.
yeah,
That's about as far as I can read.
it's on his website as well, I think.
Yeah.
Let me check.
I think you have to with a product like that. So while he's checking, we might as well talk about our kind Patreons that support our show every week.
Yeah, let's shout them out.
Do you remember who they all are? Or I'm gonna need some help with this Pim Valadim guy when we get to him, but I'll let you know.
Obviously.
First, we got Christoph Stiegler from Country Knives, Sven from Njord Addison, Pargelin Bladesmith. We got Travis Haynes from Bird Forge, Roy Rutten, Shay Dachant, Paul Balletta from Balletta Handmade. He was at the knife show in Solingen too. Mr. Coy Baker from Baker Forge, Matt.
Pim van Delft.
That's right. And Alex Greenway from Trenton Knives. He was also at the show.
Alex, what a guy.
First, we can't forget Cardoso Knives. But Alex was at the show. We all got to meet him. Great guy. He came back.
Such a nice guy.
Brought some gifts. What'd you guys get?
I got a shirt.
You got the coolest gift. Not to tear down mine, but Jesus.
Yeah, belt hangers
And the belt hangers. Yeah.
for our shop with my logo on them. 3D printed belt hangers with labels that specify
Removable,
weight.
yeah.
Yeah, removable. Yeah. Awesome.
Not everything. And it's a double row, so you can put new in the back and used in the front.
Mm-hmm. So before we forget, I did some research. What in the ingredients of shop hands are cocoa butter, carnauba wax, almond oil, coconut oil, shea butter, sunflower oil, argan oil. I don't know what that is. Vitamin E and soybean oil. So only
All right.
healthy.
All natural.
stuff.
Many ingredients, but sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So I saw on your Instagram that you have a background in carpentry, right? Is that what got you started?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. I've been looking for a new workshop for my carpentry stuff or my woodworking stuff. And then I met these 3 guys with a nice workshop, which we are sharing now. And they are totally into building machines and their own CNC and all this stuff. So this was the first time I ever worked like with metal. I've been pretty scared about metal before, actually. Yeah, and then like 1.5 years ago, there was a friend coming in the shop, and he said he's starting to forge knives. Yeah, that was the beginning.
Who was that? Do we know him?
No, he's like only doing his hobby knife thing.
And then you started forging together, or how did it work?
Nah, it never really worked out. So the very first knife was like the first try of forging Damascus only by hand. We took together. But then I just started to build up my hydraulic press. And yeah, that's where the journey began.
When you guys started trying to make the piece of Damascus, do you know what kind of steel you use and stuff, or knowing what you know now?
For the first time, I guess it was some C100 and 15 and 20.
Okay, so at least you started with some decent steel.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Oh, I didn't.
It did, yeah, it did, more or less. Had a lot of problems with hardening in the forge. So this was the next step after the hydraulic press. I've built my own little kiln. And then a rolling mill, and then the bigger forge. Yeah.
But you do most of the forging under your press now, I suppose.
I do a lot of forging under the press and with the rolling mill for all the Sanmai and Gomai steels. I just started to forge to shape the Sanmai, but yeah, it's really difficult to hit it even from both sides and not destroy your pattern totally.
But you built the rolling mill also yourself?
Yeah.
Which one did you build? The one with the foot pedal?
Yeah, exactly.
That thing looks fucking awesome, dude.
Which thing?
The rolling mill.
The rolling mill.
Yeah, I like it. Like one of those proper home built things. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it makes things so much easier, especially for all this Sanmai and Gomai stuff, or this multi-layer steel stuff.
Have you tried the one from Tobin Machines before? Or seen it?
No, not yet.
Amazing.
I got the big Tobin grinder.
Yeah?
And I always wanted to try his rolling mill.
Yeah, I tried it in a class. Like, I definitely don't know what I'm doing forging, but Albert has it also, right? How long have you had it for, Albert?
For half a year now, or maybe a bit longer even.
And you've had the other style that he has with the foot pedal.
Yeah, we still have the one with the foot pedal.
Do you use that one anymore?
No, that's what I wanted to say. Because the one from Tobin is such a powerful machine. I mean, it's unbelievable.
I mean, you can't put that kind of weight on the foot pedal.
No, you can't. No.
Have you guys ever seen this huge rolling mill from Tobias Hangler?
Sure.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I've seen it in action.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a problem with one of the wheels. The last time I saw it, and it was making the billets like curve to one side. And I forget how much a new wheel was, but it was insane. It was like 5 or 6,000 euros or something for one wheel.
Okay. Yeah, fuck.
And it takes forever to swap them out because they're so heavy.
Yeah.
If you want to try out the Tobin mill, come and visit us.
Yeah. Andy already invited me, so I will definitely come and visit you guys.
But it's not that far from you, right?
Nah, it's okay. It's like a 6 hours ride.
But the Schwarzwald is at the French border, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
French-Swiss border triangle thing. Yeah, it's like 30 minutes to France and 45 minutes to Switzerland.
I think you can do it in 5 hours.
Yeah, maybe.
Challenge accepted. So how long did it take you to get to Solingen?
To Solingen,
Yeah.
I was like a 6 hours ride on the way
Up.
to Solingen, and then back it was like almost 10 hours.
Yeah.
Because the autobahn was totally closed. I'm not sure. There was some kind of crash right in front of us. So they stopped everything, and all the cars in front of us had to ride backwards to get out of the autobahn.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic on Sunday because it was a long weekend, right? And
Yeah,
people were
exactly.
coming back. When we were going back down from Solingen, there was there were so many cars on the other side, so the opposite direction, because they were all coming back from the south.
Yeah.
There was kilometers of cars, crashes every now and then. So we were going the other direction.
Did you drive back on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday afternoon, okay.
Yeah, we left it. I think we left at 2 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and it took us 6.5 hours to get back. So
Okay, only 6.5.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But we got
Not
lucky
bad.
because there was an accident, a car crash, I think a couple hundred meters before us. So it happened right before us, basically.
Oh, okay.
It was 3 cars involved, and we managed to drive by the accident. But I'm pretty sure they closed the whole autobahn after that because they had to get the cars.
Okay.
The broken cars.
Might have been the
off
same
autobahn.
crash.
Yeah. So, but we got lucky there. Yeah. So that's why it only took us 6.5 hours. Yeah. But it's a long drive. So we were talking about flying up there next year,
Yeah.
like Martin Huber did. I think Martin Huber always flies to Solingen, right? So he never drives up there.
Ah.
Yeah, if you're lucky enough to have the airport next to you, that's the direct flight.
Yeah, there is a direct flight from Salzburg to Düsseldorf, so it's not getting any better than that. I mean, we drive like 20 minutes to the airport here, and from Düsseldorf to Solingen, it's also like a 20 minutes car ride, or maybe half an hour.
You can only do that if you're selling knives or a visitor, because if you're gonna bring all the stuff you brought this year, you can't fly.
Yeah, but we can because you can bring all our stuff.
Yeah, I'll just drive to Salzburg first, and then
now we can bring it too.
You guys stayed in an Airbnb, right?
Yes.
Together, this Mark, Solid Grind, and Spira, and these guys.
It was
All
Mark from Solid Grind, Jonathan from Hopwood Goods, Tim, Andy, Stefan, and I'm missing one. Who else was there? Mark.
What about Ben?
No, Ben. No, Ben stayed at the Select Hotel.
Okay.
I know who it is. I can see him, but I don't know who he is because first time I met him.
Where can you see him?
He was in he was in a green T-shirt the whole weekend.
A guy in a green T-shirt.
Yeah. I had a guy say somebody just came to your booth. They wanted to buy something. It was the guy with the long beard and the black T-shirt. That was like 90% of the people at the show.
The long beard guy is Mark, I guess.
Yeah.
He's the one with the longer beard of all. So.
No, I did not forget anyone. Mark, Spira, Hopwood Goods, and Joe Hacker.
Ah, Joe.
That's
okay.
it,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And the 3 of us. So it was an Airbnb with 7 people.
But Hopwood Goods didn't have a table, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But we had a lot of fun. When we came home Saturday, I mean, we went out Friday night. And we got home pretty late.
And Saturday.
Yeah. And then I wanted to leave the restaurant at 8. I told Andy, let's get out of here. I'm tired. And he said, okay, I'm going to finish my beer and then we're out. Good. Then we ordered another one and another one and another one. And then Keith said he's going to pay for it. So then we stayed.
And they ordered a zombie and all these things.
No.
Zombie was the first night, I guess.
Not on Saturday. And then when we got out of the bar, it was 1, or the restaurant, it was 1 in the morning. And I was so tired. But when we got home to our apartment, we could see the lights in the living room. And Andy said, they're still up. And there was Joe Hacker and Hopwood Goods drinking beer. So we stayed up late Saturday too then.
Yeah, but you didn't go home straight away. You went from eating dinner to Burger King and then went home.
No, we went from dinner, we went home, and then Andy and Stefan got hungry, and then they went to Burger King. And then they went home again. So, yeah, and kept on drinking. When we were staying next to Burger King, so Burger King was like 20 meters away or 50 meters, so it was actually very close. Yeah.
And we've actually been, happy or lucky that the guys didn't go to this little party. You remember?
Yeah,
when we walked home.
The rave.
It was like the rave coming from Asila.
That was so weird. But Andy and Jonas tried to get in. When we went home, there was loud music coming from a basement. Rave music, and Andy and Jonathan said, "Well, let's join them." I said, "We're not even invited. What is this? Some kind of private party?"
Just flash your knife 2024 badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they've been looking for the entrance, but they couldn't find it. So, yeah, they went home. Luckily, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
I didn't find it.
so too. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah, that was. Yeah, what?
I have to go.
You've been gone.
I gotta
already
go.
for 45 minutes.
I know.
Who
I
is
just got a
this?
phone call. I have to.
Who is this on my headphones? I can hear someone.
I have to go take care of some stuff.
All right.
Matt.
I love you all.
Hey,
Oh,
one
yeah,
question
go
before
ahead.
you go.
Why are you gay?
Okay, man.
All right. Good
It's
night.
because I'm pretty handsome. Good night, fellas.
Why are
Good
you
night.
gay?
Have a good night.
You're awesome, Kurt.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
Thank you all for the invite.
No, but we're not done yet. It's just.
Oh, we're not?
No, it's
We're not
just. Are we done?
No.
I mean, Matt always leaves early, right?
Okay.
So he comes late and he leaves early, and sometimes he doesn't show up at all. So
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we move the show to accommodate Matt.
and then he doesn't show.
Then he still doesn't show.
So, but what sparked your interest in knives? Was it just this friend of yours?
Nah, I've always been into knives. So, of course, all this forged in fire stuff. And I also did some Chinese kung fu. Where you do a lot of stuff with all the knives and swords and weapons. So I always wanted to forge my own sword. There's a funny story actually, like, I'm not sure, like maybe 10 years ago or something. I wrote an email to Salem Straub.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I had no clue. I had no idea about swords and about blacksmithing, bladesmithing. And I asked him to forge 2 Damascus, like a double dao. That's like 2 sabers in one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I asked him to forge this for me, with all these little details and stuff. And yeah, when I asked him how much it is, he said something like $4,000, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was so shocked. I was so shocked because I had no clue. I thought about maybe 500 or something. That I never responded. So
what were you gonna do with it?
with the swords, like
Oh, okay. It was a finished sword from him.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should have
Yeah.
bought it because it's worth much
Probably
more
worth
today.
10 now.
It
Yeah.
is. It is.
This would have been
It
a good
is, yeah.
investment.
Yeah. I dropped him a mail like few weeks ago.
Ask him where his sword was.
Yeah, but if you never forged a blade yourself, or watched someone forging a blade, and you only know like forged in fire stuff where they forge blades in about 5 hours,
Yeah.
you don't really get a feeling for how much it is worth actually.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with custom knife making, right?
It is. It
Yeah,
is.
when you have a customer that's not used to prices of custom knives,
Yeah.
they're always pretty shocked when they hear how
Yeah.
much a custom knife is.
Yeah, I'm posting a lot of stuff on Reddit.
Mhm.
Always get this question. So how much is this? And if I tell them the price, they will never respond. Never.
Yeah.
I like a lot of people ask how long did it take to make it. Then you tell them, they're like shocked.
Yeah, but what helps them understand how you come up with these prices is if they do a class. Because if they do a class and it takes them 2 days to make a half decent knife,
Yeah.
then they know why people charge like
It takes them 2 days, and they spent $600 to take the class, and then they understand.
Not a knife making class, that's way cheaper. But
Yeah.
even a knife making, it's not the Damascus forging class, but the knife making class, it takes them 2 days to make a decent knife, and then they understand why a handmade knife is like worth €300 or at least 250, right? I mean, and even with 250, that's not a lot of money for 2 days of work, right?
Yeah.
And material and everything and stuff. So
They pay for the experience. $250 is too cheap. Do you have any knives available for $250, Albert?
yes, I do. Like the
And-
small EDC ones. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mono steel
Sure,
EDC.
of course.
Very basic.
Yeah, basic mono steel, maybe with a Kydex sheath.
Yeah.
Sometimes no handle, no handle on there, just a paracord handle or something, like an ultralight EDC. But yeah,
I've once asked all the knife makers on Instagram, how long do they take in average for a kitchen knife, which was pretty interesting. It was like 15 to 20 hours was the average knife maker.
Yeah.
Of course, no special mosaic Damascus stuff or anything, but yeah, 15 to 20 hours was the average.
a forged knife or a stock removal knife.
I didn't really ask that, so
Okay.
yeah. There have been a lot of stock removal guys answering. Also a lot of forging guys and Sanmai guys. So I would say average 15 to 20
I'm
hours.
at like 7 months.
Yeah. But how long does it take you, Kurt?
I'm getting much quicker now.
Mhm.
So in the beginning it was like 20 to 30 hours, I would say.
Mhm.
Right now really depends. So I can finish a knife also like copper muscus or something within 10 hours. But I won't really hit the quality that I want.
Yeah.
So I would say, still 10 to 15 hours total with all the polishing, hand sanding stuff. Of course, with the machine finish, you can be much quicker.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference in time would be how comfortable you are at the grinder. I mean,
Oh yeah,
if you're afraid of the grinder, you're not sure.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
like 3 times the amount.
Yeah.
And once you figure that out, then you can get into the 10, 15 hours.
yeah. Same thing on the.
But there's
on
also
the anvil.
other things like, there's like hand sanding tricks, and how you're gonna glue it, and all the steps you do. Every little thing adds up, but I think the most is on the grinder for sure.
What's your average, Albert?
I have no idea.
Let's say like a simple Damascus,
I'm not counting the forging time or counting the forging time as well.
counting the forging time, of
Okay.
course.
That's difficult because then it depends on the Damascus. So let's say a 200 layer standard Damascus blade.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Then you have to consider what power hammer you use.
No, I know. Of course, using our equipment. I don't know. Standard chef knife with an octagonal or some Japanese handle. Hidden tang, yeah. I'd say, including the hand sanding, 7 hours maybe.
Okay.
6-7 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when we do forging, here's why I asked. When we forge like 6 meters of Damascus, right? So
Yeah.
and that takes, let's say, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Get it.
divided by 6, forging
Yeah.
doesn't take that long. Yeah. We've been talking about this last week, I think. A Damascus knife, in my opinion, is easier to finish than, let's say, a stainless blade with a
Yes.
certain finish.
Definitely.
For the finish. Oh yeah.
The hand
It
sanding.
is.
The hand sanding is
Yeah,
much easier for me, let's say, on a Damascus blade than it is on a.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get that perfect etching, you will also have to spend a lot of time in the hand sanding.
Of course, but first the Damascus pattern hides a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have straight lines all the way, right? With a satin finished stainless blade, all the scratch patterns or the scratch lines have to be parallel in the same direction and stuff. And that's way harder to achieve than, let's say, a rough grid finish where the scratches can go in all directions. So
I did this stainless cladding knives, and it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, especially because the cladding is also hard, right? It's also
in that case it was like V4A steel, so authentic soft steel.
Yeah,
but still,
but
still, you see every little scratch.
So a monosteel blade, it takes me longer to do a monosteel blade, a proper one. So the Klingen für Gutes knife, it took me at least 15 to 20 hours to do that one.
Okay.
The one I won.
The one you won, yeah.
Ah.
I mean, what helps a lot is doing batch work. So if you do like 20, 30, 40 knives at a time, you get or if you're doing classes, I mean, I grind like 8 or 9 bevels every other Saturday. So chef knife bevels. So if you do a lot of batch work and if you do a lot of grinding, you get very fast at it and much more comfortable on the grinder. I know batch work is boring and custom knife makers don't want to hear this usually, but doing batch work not only pays the rent, but it also improves your skills a lot. So of course it's boring. I mean, everyone knows that.
Yeah, I mean, for the knife soling, I did like a bigger batch, like 10 knives, which was my first real batch. All different knives, of course, but I always did like 10 in a row. It's been much faster, of course.
And what also happens when you're doing batch work, you have to get more efficient at boring tasks, right? Grinding, drilling holes, preparing handle scales, and everything. So, but that's a skill set you're not gonna lose later, right? So you build all these little jigs and fixtures and stuff for drilling and grinding and stuff, so that makes you very efficient, even for if you're only doing a one-shot knife later on in your career. So I'm a big fan of doing batch work because it not only helps you improving your skills, but it also forces you to get more efficient by building jigs and fixtures and everything. Or setting up a proper order of operations, right? When you're doing just one knife at a time, the order of operation doesn't have to be that efficient, right? But if you're doing like a batch of 30, the order of operation has to be very efficient. Otherwise, you just lose too much time, right? So
Yeah. How do you fit that in with your like classes and stuff, Alvin? And Andy working on knives and
You mean the batchwork stuff?
yeah.
Well, I do the batchwork during the week, and we do the classes over the weekends. So that's how it. And sometimes I do some of the work Sunday evenings or Sunday afternoon, or when the students are hand sanding.
Mhm.
So there's always a few hours you can do something else. But our classes are usually Friday to Sunday, so that's why I have the whole week for the other stuff.
How many people do you normally in your classes?
In the knife making classes, I take 2 to 3 people max. Usually it's 2. In the Damascus forging classes, usually we have like 5, 6, 7 maybe. We also did 9 once.
9 people.
9 people, which also worked. Yeah.
Okay. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How many grinders do you have?
5.
Okay.
But the grinder usually isn't the bottleneck. The drill presses are because on the grinder we have 3 bandsaws and 6 angle grinders. So people who are used to working with metal are much faster at cutting out the blanks. So
Yeah.
and then they go into the grinding room, and they're usually also faster grinding the blade shape, right? So the blank to shape. So that works pretty well with 5 grinders, actually.
Okay.
And if someone has to wait for a grinder, then someone has to wait. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just part of it.
So you have two different classes. The knife making class, which is like
2
stock
days,
removal.
stock removal 2 days, yeah,
Okay. And then the mast forging class.
which is 3 days, yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing the knife making classes alone, and the Damascus forging classes are with Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, one person cannot do 9 blades or cannot do a class with 9 people.
Yeah. But why doesn't Andy do the mono steel classes? He doesn't like them. Or?
He doesn't like them, no.
Why?
Because the fun part is missing.
Yeah, because everyone knows forging is the most fun.
Yeah, you still have to do the same exact step after that. You still need to stock removal, the forge bit.
I know, yeah. No, but he has to work during the week, so I get that he wants to spend his weekends doing Damascus forging classes and not doing stock removal classes. So, yeah.
I imagine the Damascus class is more popular.
No, not really.
I mean, you do 9 people for the Damascus and 2 for the stock removal.
Yeah, but I do a lot more stock removal classes.
How many a week or a month or whatever?
Maybe 4 or 5 or something. How many? I mean, I squeeze them all in. So if there is interest in a knife making class, and if I have time, it's happening.
Yeah, wait, so you get 5 a week, a month, I mean? With
That's
2 people. So
10 people, yeah.
So 10 people altogether a month.
Yeah, but
in the Damascus class, you do 3 classes with 9 people.
No, we're not doing 3 classes. We're 2 classes. We're doing 2 classes maximum a month.
Okay.
And 9 people was an exception. So usually it's like 5, 6, 7 people. And there's 2 of us. So you can cut the number in half. So, right? So it's actually less people per person in the Damascus forging classes than there are in the knife making classes.
Did you ever take a class with knife makers, or you just
had
friends and made tips?
No, I had to. Because when I started out, I was renting Richard Capella's old workshop. He was gone already because he already started renting a new workshop, but the lease was still active, so he did not get out of the old lease. So he sublet his old workshop. Before I was allowed to rent his workshop, I had to do a knife making class at his new shop. Yeah,
it's a good deal.
Yeah. For him, it was.
Yeah, but have you taken a knife making class before? Or?
I've given two knife making classes, or Damascus forging classes, but I've never taken one. No.
So it's all self-taught.
Yeah, self and YouTube. Yeah.
And Mershad, right? Or Jonas, who was it?
Both of them.
Both
Both of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mershad is like my quality control.
Okay.
So pretty much every knife that leaves my workshop gets a control by picture from Mershad.
Yeah, Mershad has a very unique style with his blades. I like it a
Yeah.
lot, actually. Yeah, very distinctive.
Yeah, and the performance is outstanding. He's doing a lot of this ass grinds
And
and
hook.
double hook.
Hmm.
Double hook, reverse tanto, S grind.
Do you own one of his knives?
No, not yet. I've been so close to buying one of his knife on the show,
Mm-hmm.
but it was just too big. Have you seen the huge
The black one.
Yeah, the black one. Yeah,
Yeah,
like most of
awesome.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the orc,
Yeah.
the orc knife.
Mhm.
Yeah, beautiful piece. But my wife would have killed me.
How much was it? Do you remember?
No, don't know.
I'm gonna trade a vice for a knife because Mercer told me that he needs another knife making vice.
First, you have to buy the vice back from me then.
I have one left, and I'm gonna trade it for a knife.
That's always dangerous though when you do a knife show. Like the first day, you're excited and like make a few sales, and second day when it's time to clean up, you get a pocket full of money and you walk around, and it's like you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Did you buy something, Keith, this time?
I bought a forge. I bought like $1,500 worth of wood. Bought a shitload of belts. No, I didn't buy any knives though.
Okay.
Not this year.
So you spent all of your money at our booth. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, most of it. Yeah.
Did you buy something?
No knife, but I bought two hammers from Jonas
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of wood.
Mm-hmm.
When Jonas Nuding, you bought the forging hammers from Nuding. I saw them on Instagram, but I didn't see them on the table, so you probably got to them before I did. What hammers did you get?
It's like they are both totally flat on one side and rounding on the other side.
Okay.
But one is for for sideways forging, and one is to put the heel down.
So like a straight peen and a cross peen.
A straight peen and a cross peen without a peen. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Like a straight and a cross rounding hammer.
All right. So the cross rounding hammer would be to make the width of the billet wider.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they are both much more heavy than the hammers I already got.
So these like hammer styles that he uses also? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also uses his own hammers. I actually ordered a hammer from him like, I don't know, half year ago. But he never finished it. So I had to buy these two hammers.
To buy a third one.
Yeah. Also he seemed kind of frustrated because he didn't sell his knives.
Yeah, but he sold a lot of material, right?
Yeah.
Steel.
Yeah. A lot of wrought iron and sanmai and
Yeah, wrought iron seems to be big right now. Have you worked with wrought iron before? Quit.
Yeah. I'm doing a lot of this with the wrought iron. Also from Jonas. He's living somewhere in the nowhere, like somewhere in the woods, and he always finds this nice, very old horse wagons.
Yeah, he just bought one, right? Like
Yeah. He bought another one.
It takes the old vintage plus wagon and rips it to pieces.
Yeah,
and he knows exactly where to find the wrought iron
he does.
on these wagons, because we were talking about this on the show, because you'd expect that you find wrought iron on the wheels, on the outside of the wheels.
Mm.
But he
A lot of
said
times it's not.
it's not on the wheels. It's somewhere on the axis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he knows exactly where to find it.
Mm.
Because wrought iron
mean,
isn't that easy to find these days. Because it's not made anymore. It has
Well,
to be. It has to be
but
some old.
the
stuff.
good wrought iron is not easy to find.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
It's not Chinese stuff.
Yeah.
What is that Chinese wrought iron?
Just lesser grade. I mean, you don't get the pattern from
Yeah.
that you would get in normal wrought iron.
Yeah, I've heard something about modern wrought iron from a company in UK, I guess. They started to make new wrought iron.
Or a specific industry, or
I don't really remember the name of the brand, but this was like, yeah, one big steel company.
But how do they do that? I mean, they can't be using the old techniques because that's. I guess that's not legal anymore.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so, but I have no clue.
Okay, so they try as they make something that looks similar to wrought iron.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, which is smart because I mean, at some point in the future there won't be any wrought iron around,
Yeah.
right? So. Yeah.
but it's interesting what industries need to have fake wrought iron, because
Knife
most of that
makers.
stuff would be painted, or for knives, of course, but that's a
It's a
niche
very
market. I
small
think.
industry. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there are also a lot of blacksmith, which have to restore some old
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and they need wrought iron for it.
Yeah, but still, that's still a very small market. I
Yeah, it is.
think. I mean, compared to what steel mines or steel companies
Yeah.
usually produce, I mean, that's very, very small amounts.
Yeah, of course.
So what do you guys think?
I have to tell one story before we end
Yeah?
the show. I got the knife from Eric. It was waiting for me in the shop on Tuesday, and I love it. So Eric, if
Eric Gullickson.
Eric Gullickson. So Eric, if you hear this, thank you. It's an amazing blade. Yeah.
We should put a picture up on our page for everybody to see, because he was a guest on our show.
Yeah, I can send you. I can send you a few pictures. I took a few.
Yeah.
Right when it
Do you want to trade? I'll give you a knife back for it.
No, come on.
Oh, come on. It's
Nah,
for
that-
charity.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
and you want to auction off Eric's knife?
No, it's for my charity.
Yeah, for your charity. Nah, no. I hardly ever buy knives these days. So if I buy one, it's very special. So to me, so I bought one from Eric, and it's staying here. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna trade it for my knife, because if I want to have a knife of mine, I'll build another one. So
Also make a very recognizable knives from,
yeah,
like, he's got his style going.
yeah, and it's razor sharp, very thin edge, Apex Ultra Core,
Yeah.
hornbeam handle. Now I know what it is. It's hornbeam with a red G10 dowel and an aluminium front cap.
Oh, he bought his material from me, I think.
I think so too.
Right. Perfect. Hey, Kurt, where can everybody find you? Get some of your knives. And are you making?
Instagram, Glatt Knives, or glattknives.com is my website.
And next year at Solingen?
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Definitely. But next year it's later,
Little bit-
right?
little
It's
bit
like
later.
in October.
It's in October,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, because it's gonna be cold
Yeah.
already in October. Yeah,
I'm okay with that. There's a lot of shows at that time of the year. It's a little hectic
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
in May.
yeah.
Yeah, Kurt, thanks for having us on the show,
Thanks.
and joining us on the show. It was nice to finally meet you in person in
Yeah.
Solingen.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
All right, Albert. We'll talk to you next week, right?
Yeah, talk to you next week. Thanks,
All right,
Kurt.
guys. Bye.
Bye bye.